One.
Hey, what's up, guys? Kirby Smith with Lightspeed Construction coming to you today here from just north of Asheville, North Carolina, Weaverville. Sitting here with a customer, Ed. Ed, thank you so much for giving us the work on your roof. Can you tell folks a little bit about what's occurred here, starting with maybe some insurance process, and then like how you guys chose the roof, and what made you guys choose Lightspeed Construction?
Well, first off, we had a little bit of wind damage some months back, and so I was reaching out trying to get this work done, calling different contractors, and frankly, not getting a lot of my questions answered. And when I got a hold of your corporation, talked to you, you were really able to answer a lot of my questions and kind of put me in the right direction.
And at that point, we were starting off with, hey, what in the world is insurance doing? What can I expect from these guys? They're not returning my calls.
Yeah.
And I'm anxious because they didn't pay me enough to do my roof, right?
That's right. So then we got to a point where I was willing to pay for it out of pocket because obviously you wanted to get work done. And then surprisingly, you were so patient and said, well, let's see if we can get the insurance thing to work. So putting me first as a customer really went a long way, and we kind of just stayed the course, and we eventually got to the point where we can get the work done, and it's fantastic.
That's one of the nice things about working with a contractor, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or brush my shoulders off, but a contractor who's got a little bit of experience working with insurance companies is, you know, hey, let's slow down, let's get them what they're asking for, see what they say, and maybe ask them a few questions about why they haven't figured out how to help fund a project that makes sense to do. Insurance companies, for you guys that don't know, owe for storm damages. That's what's going to be written into almost every policy. That's going to be, of course, wind and hail. Occasionally you could throw fire under that too, if fire, you know, damages a roof or a property. But they don't really owe for like older roofs or damaged roofs. This roof was older with an amount of wind damage that, you know, we felt warranted it and they felt maybe didn't. And so back and forth. And then all of a sudden, about a month ago, what happened?
About a month ago, after you came out, gave a better assessment, and gave them some itemized things, they took a look at it and just reassessed, and quickly came back, and you got the notice almost the same time I did. I was smiling ear to ear, and you seemed like to be smiling too, because when you called me and I was thinking about calling you, you were like,
we were doing air knuckles there. Yeah,
like,
air knuckles.
Hey,
yes.
we just found out that
they
we
found their checkbook.
Get the roof down, get this roof taken care of. So.
And you guys didn't have to come out of pocket very much. Yeah. And so what type of roof did you and your wife choose? Tell them about that.
Yeah, so obviously, you know, we had obviously two options, you know, the shingles and also looking at the metals. And when we found out how much we were going to do for the shingles, we thought, you know, if we have to consider doing maybe a little bit more, why not go to the metal roof? And you said the cost won't be that much different, and frankly, it's what my wife wanted. She preferred getting the metal roof for the outdoor garage bar. It suits,
yeah,
so,
it very much does.
Plus, she was a little bit concerned about, you know, with where it's at with wind and everything else. We didn't want to have to go through the headache again. Obviously, with the quality work you're doing, if something flies off here, it better be like a 200-mile-an-hour
There'll
wind.
be other problems if our roof comes off. Yeah, man. Yeah, that won't be the first thing on your mind. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys stepping with us. And I know it's been maybe since beginning of like, Memorial Day, I guess we were sort of counting back to a little bit before that. And today's July the 28th or 29th. And you know, it's been a little while, but I'd say it was well worth it. I'm glad you guys didn't have to, you know, fully fund this project. We were able to get some insurance funding for you guys. And I think it looks great. I'll have some pictures on here for you guys to take a look at, and some documentation on our website for you guys to have. And maybe even share on your social media or send out and let anybody else that, you know, might be in the market for a roof take a look at as well.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate your oversight. I appreciate you putting our interests first and making sure the quality of work is what it is, because from what I can tell, it just looks fantastic. And over the work, my wife kept saying, God, it looks great, looks wonderful.
I've never been buddies with the Master Chief. Looking forward to playing golf next week. Golf's on me, because thank you so much for your 30 years of service to our country. Guys, we appreciate it. Lightspeed Construction, give us a shout if we can help with your next roofing or gutter project.